My stepsister always stole everything I ever tried to get, so this time I let her know the wedding venue I wanted ahead of time. It started when we were kids. I'd mention wanting a bike. She'd get that exact model for her birthday. I'd talk about joining drama club. She'd audition and somehow land the lead I'd practiced for. College applications? She copied my entire essay, changed 3 words, and got into my dream school. I didn't. The worst was Bryce. I'd been dating him for 8 months when she came home for Thanksgiving, squeezed into a dress 2 sizes too small, and spent dinner laughing at his dumb jokes. By Christmas, she was sending me photos of them together. They were engaged within a year. So when Landon proposed, I knew exactly what would happen. My fiancé wanted Rosewood Manor. Gorgeous estate with century-old gardens, floor-to-ceiling windows, and a 2-year waiting list. Perfect venue. We'd already toured it twice, but I told my stepsister something different. At Dad's birthday dinner, I gushed about the Riverside Pavilion downtown. It's industrial chic, I said, pulling up photos. Exposed brick, string lights, incredible water view. Landon and I are obsessed. She leaned in, studying every detail. I watched her eyes narrow with that familiar calculation. When's your date? She asked. September 14th, I lied smoothly. Our real date was September 21st. Putting down the deposit next week. 2 days later, Mom called. My stepsister had just gotten engaged to Trevor, some guy she'd been dating for 4 months. They needed a venue fast, September 14th specifically. Could I give her the Riverside contact? I sent it immediately. Then I called Rosewood Manor and moved up our deposit. They just had a cancellation for September 21st. I paid the $3,000 non-refundable fee that afternoon. For 6 months, my stepsister posted constant updates about the Riverside Pavilion. Photos of table settings, the exposed brick backdrop, her color scheme. She tagged me in everything with "Great minds think alike" and "You inspired me, big sis." I liked every single post. Meanwhile, Landon and I kept our actual venue completely off social media. We told family we were still deciding. My stepsister never questioned why I wasn't posting my own venue photos. She was too busy making sure everyone knew she'd booked her dream location. The week before her wedding, I sent her a card. Inside, "The Riverside Pavilion is stunning. You're going to love sharing your special day." She texted back, "Sharing?" I didn't respond. On September 14th, my stepsister arrived at the Riverside Pavilion to discover she wasn't the only bride who'd booked it. The venue hosts multiple weddings per day. She'd never asked. Just assumed she'd have exclusive access. She shared her ceremony with a quinceañera and a corporate retirement party. Her cocktail hour overlapped with someone's anniversary celebration. The photos showed her looking furious in every shot. Random strangers photobombing her supposedly intimate moments. 7 days later, Landon and I got married at Rosewood Manor. Exclusive access, private gardens, everything perfect. We didn't invite my stepsister. When she called screaming about the venue mix-up, I said, "I didn't lie. I told you exactly which venue I wanted you to have." Then I hung up and turned off my phone. Dad called the next day, furious that I'd sabotaged her wedding. I reminded him about Bryce, about every stolen opportunity, about 24 years of her taking everything I wanted. "She finally got something that was actually meant for her," I said. My stepsister and I haven't spoken in 3 years. At family gatherings, she sits on one side of the room. I sit on the other. Sometimes I catch her staring at my wedding photos on Mom's mantle, the ones featuring Rosewood Manor's gardens and that empty, envious look I used to wear. Now it's her turn to want what I have.